What is going on, Gridiron fans? I am the Gridiron Guy, and this is my mock draft madness. Okay, so this is my 3.0. I've already done a draft, just the first rounds. That's my version 1. Version 2 was a first round with trades. Now this is a 2-round mock draft. Okay? This is the Draft Network's site. This is their draft order. Don't beat me up over that. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share this video. So with all that being said, let's get started. Okay. We all know what the pick is. It's Trevor Lawrence. Sam Darnold, regardless of the fact that he hasn't had much to throw to, or his offensive line hasn't been that great, yada yada, whatever you want to say, play calling's terrible, Gase should have been fired already, they're trying to tank, whatever, any reason you can defend Sam Darnold, I would probably agree with. But the bottom line is, they have to pay Sam Darnold in 2 years. And they may not be at number 1 with a chance to take Trevor Lawrence, a guy like Trevor Lawrence, a second time. So they have to do it now. That's just how it is. That being said, Jags need to take Justin Fields because they don't know when they're going to be here again. Okay? The Bengals, I think it's obvious. They need to go offensive line because they need to be able to protect Joe Burrow. Okay? We have the Cowboys on the board. Now, normally, if I were doing trades, the Cowboys need to trade out of here. They need to try and save money. Trading down is going to be their best friend in this draft. Trading down, picking up more picks, less expensive picks, farther down the draft, but more of them. Because they're going to have a lot of holes here in the next couple of years because they are not going to be able to pay everybody going forward, or they're just going to be terrible. So, need to start getting good players. Patrick Surtain. If they stay put, that's who they're taking. They have to. They take good players. All right. Meanwhile, there's another team, Chargers. Now, I think they trade down for a different reason. They need to trade down to, I don't know, anywhere from 12 to 16. They don't want to fall too far because they don't want other people to start taking offensive linemen before they do. They want to take the next offensive lineman off the board. But if we're staying put, I think it's Caleb Farley. It's Caleb Farley right there. So, just because I think he's got more value than any offensive lineman at number 5. All right. Now, I really want to go Micah Parsons here, but I've done that a lot. So, this would be my second best pick for them, and it's Kyle Pitts. They're already doing some good things on offense. Teddy Bridgewater's playing pretty well. You got good receivers there. They have easily one of the best running backs in the league. Their offensive line's doing okay. But if they could get a guy like Kyle Pitts, just a matchup nightmare down the seam, or, just in general, get a tight end on him, he's too fast for a tight end. He's too big and physical for a safety or a nickel man. He's a matchup nightmare. Okay, that all being said, I think Gregory Rousseau goes to the Falcons. I think that's a good pick for them. They finally get a good edge rusher. They get the best edge rusher in the draft. think Jamar Chase to the Dolphins. I think it's just a no-brainer. I mean, get to one more weapon. It's just not a bad idea. All right, the Eagles. The Eagles need some help on defense. They're got to get Micah Parsons. I mean, easily one of the best defenders in this draft. Top 3 defenders, probably the second best defender, or maybe even the best defender in this draft. He can do a lot too. So, all right, I think Kwity Paye goes to the Giants. The Giants could do some damage with a guy like Kwity Paye. They're already doing some good things on defense. I would like to see them pick up some wide receivers in this draft, mostly for depth because a lot of their wide receivers can't stay healthy. A lot of players on their offense can't really stay healthy. It's just going to have to be something they look at going forward. All right, so Lions. I think the Lions need to go out and get somebody like Devonta Smith. Easily. Devonta Smith. It's just juice. It's just juice. All right. Devonta Smith easily could be a number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. He's number 1 wide receiver at Alabama right now. So, that's saying a lot. Okay. Man, both of these quarterbacks. Looking at Zach Wilson and Trey Lance. Both of these quarterbacks would be pretty good in this run zone scheme. I'm going to go Trey Lance. I just think Trey Lance is going to be dynamic in that zone run scheme. He doesn't have to do too much. Just play within himself. Be an accurate quarterback. Get the ball out quickly. He does all these things. So, be smart with the football. They proved that when he didn't throw an interception last year. So, in 2019. So, all right. Now, I keep seeing this, the Broncos are going to take a quarterback stuff. Drew Lock was drafted last year. I don't think it's time to give up on Drew Lock. I think you just need to start throwing some offensive linemen at that offensive line and hope some of them stick because he's got the weapons now. He's got a decent run game. His biggest problem is just that offensive line can't do crap. Cannot protect him, period. But they're going to pick right here. I think they take a guy like Samuel Cosmi. That's who I would take. All right. These guys could go. Vikings could go Christian Jurisaw. I'd like to see Zach Wilson go here. Boom. Zach Wilson to the Vikings. I love it. I love it. Get their future quarterback to go with their future running back or their future wide receiver that they already have with Justin Jefferson just lighting it up. Okay. There are some quarterbacks here. But let's see. Kyle Pitts off the board. I think Bill Belichick likes Kyle Trask. And I think he takes Kyle Trask off of the board. which means the Bears take Mac Jones. All right. The Vegas Raiders. I think it is just evident that whatever this pick is needs to be defense. Their defense is just terrible this year. Finally just fired Paul Gunther, their defensive coordinator, and it's about time. It needed to happen. I wasn't totally on board with it in the beginning of the year. As the weeks went on, I slowly got okay with it. It was just a matter of time at that point. But Joseph Messiah has got to be the pick here. Just needs some edge help. Needs somebody that can get after the quarterback. Somebody needs to get the quarterback on that defensive line. Max Crosby and Cleveland Farrell can't do it all. I would love to see like a high-powered defensive tackle right here for them to go with, because that's what I really think they need is a really solid 3 technique or a nose who can just wreak havoc in the middle. Just get after the quarterback. But there just really isn't. There isn't many defensive tackles in this draft. All right. The Ravens, you need a guy like Justin Waddle. And this guy would fit in so well with what they like to do. Okay, so Alabama is a run-first team. Yeah, they sling the ball down the field. But look at over the years. Nick Saban loves to run the football. That's what Alabama does best. So, my point is, Jalen Waddle knows how to run block. He also knows how to play on a team that is a run-first team. So, but he can do some things. He can get open for you. It will create some mismatches for sure. All right. Well, Washington football team has basically played themselves into a playoff spot and out of contention for a quarterback. At least a quarterback right now. At least in this first round. I would love to say that, Washington football team grabs a quarterback, but all 6 are gone. All 6 are gone, and it's tough crap. They have Alex Smith. I believe in Alex Smith. Yeah, I understand Alex Smith is 36, 37 years old, whatever, he's old. He's older. But he could have 2 or 3 years left, even with that big injury that he had last year. But he's back, and he's got them in the playoff picture, even though it's terrible that they're they got 5 wins, 6 wins maybe. I don't even know now at this point. But it's just bad. But somebody's gonna win that division. It's got a different division leader every week, and the Giants were picking in this spot last week, so that just goes to show they're just beating up on each other, and just somebody's gonna end up winning that division. But anyway, Washington football team, Christian Dursaw. There's no first round quarterbacks left. The next best thing to do is to take an offensive tackle. For them, anyway. All right. The Cardinals. Cardinals on the clock. And I think they go... Yeah, they're going to go J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn for sure. Man, the Dolphins are having good luck. Yeah. They could take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah right here. And now they've picked up Jamar Chase and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in the first round. That it just goes to show Bill O'Brien had no clue what he was doing when he gave up those picks. And they also gave up a second-round pick to the Dolphins in this draft. So you're going to see that I will not make a pick for the Houston Texans at all in these 2 rounds because they gave up their second-round pick as well. So the Dolphins have 2 firsts and 2 seconds. They're already doing some good things, and now they have 2 firsts and 2 seconds going into this next draft. They know what they're doing. All right, let's get moving along here. There's really not a whole lot here. I don't understand why it says wide receiver. But Jay Tepele's here. That's about the best pick they could make. Offensive tackle. Yep. Rashawn Slater. Colts out of contention for the quarterback at this point. For quarterback play at this point. They could have even gone Rashad Bateman. But it is what it is. I think the Browns on the clock. It says quarterback. 4th highest. Nah. I think the Browns are doing some good things now. Probably going to say that about a lot of these next couple teams because they are doing some good things now. They're all playoff teams that we're talking about. So, the Browns take Eric Stokes. All right, and I think that the Jets on the clock should take Rashad Bateman. Got to get him a weapon now. You either got to get him a weapon or get him an offensive tackle. One or the other. All right, so we're going to get the Jaguars. We're going to get Liam Eichenberg. We're going to get Justin Fields, a tackle. Somebody to protect him. All right. I mean, can go a couple different ways here. But I think, that defense, or that offense, rather, is... that offense could really use Azeez Ojulari. I'm going to go with it. Okay. So now we have the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills could go. I do like... I think they go a guy like Zaven Collins. He's a big guy, physical guy, can do some coverage, mostly off the ball linebacker. That's who I think they go with. Okay. Now, what the Packers should have done was get a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers. Terrence Marshall would be perfect. Perfect. Okay, the Steelers have fallen from grace a little bit. They were picking 32nd for a while. All right. But I think they take a guy like Jalen Mayfield. These Michigan tackles, they're always pretty polished when they come into the NFL. They are good. The good footwork, good hands. They understand their blocking assignments. They understand, how to maneuver guys. They're polished. Usually are polished. Okay. I think the Saints could go Asante Samuel Jr. No. They need an outside guy. Yeah, I think it's going to be Darian Kendrick. All right. Now, I think the Kansas City Chiefs finish off the first round with Wyatt Davis. Okay. I think the Jets can address maybe an offensive lineman or two in free agency. Just bring in some guys. Hopefully they stick. And I think you could do some good things that way. But I think through this draft, you need to get some weapons. And why not bring in a guy who's already familiar with Trevor Lawrence? So now you got Trevor Lawrence. You're bringing in Travis Etienne and who was it? Rashad Bateman? No. Yeah, it was Rashad Bateman. So you're bringing in 3 weapons now. Bringing in a quarterback, running back, and a wide receiver. That offense just got a jolt of juice. Okay. Well, now the Jags can actually start focusing on some actual needs, some serious needs. Tight end, cornerback. Shaun Wade and Asante Samuel are sitting here. They just need, I'm going to go Shaun Wade. Okay. Now back to back. I think the Bengals could go Asante Samuel Jr. right here. All right, like I said about the Cowboys earlier, they need a lot. But what they could start with is an offensive pick and a defensive pick. And their defensive pick could be Alex Leatherwood. For the Chargers, there's actually a lot of options here. They could go Dylan Raduns. They could go Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, Elijah Vera Tucker. There's a lot of options. But ultimately, I think they're going to go. I think they go Creed Humphrey. Creed Humphrey can play center or guard. May even be able to bump him out to tackle, but mostly plays the interior. Okay. I think you can go with a guy. I think you can go with Nick Bolton right here. Inside linebacker. That's what they really need is an inside linebacker. Thumper between the tackles. I think Najee Harris could be the pick here for the Falcons. I think that's a good, solid pick. See, here we go. The Houston Texans' second round pick right here for the Dolphins. They are just picking up. They're going to go Trey Smith. And they're going to pick up 3 really good studs. Really good. All right, so we are looking at, I think these guys could go, I'm going to say Rondell Moore. I like that pick for them. Rondell Moore. They do need to get some more wide receiver help. Especially if Wentz is not the quarterback anymore. And it's Jalen Hurts. Doesn't hurt to get him a wide receiver. All right. Now, I think... Okay, so they could go... The Giants could go a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown, which I like him. That'd be a good pick. Yeah, we're getting too far down now. It's Chris Olave. But there's just a really... Dylan Moses is tough to pass up. Especially since he's playing in a 3-4 at Alabama. You know, he already understands the scheme. Really can't pass him up. Okay, defensive. I'm going to go Christian Barmore out of Alabama to the Lions. All right, now San Francisco took a quarterback. Really imperative. They suck at blocking this year. So, I think if they went Josh Myers, just a monster. This guy would be perfect for that zone run game. That zone run scheme. All right. Von Miller's getting a little old. I think the Broncos could go Aiden Hutchinson here. Oh, wow. Jags on the board again. What is this pick from? I can't remember off the top of my head. But I believe that the Rams have a pick here. So, it's not the Rams pick. Alright, so unless the parent Rams had 2 second-round picks, they traded one away to the Jags. Alright. You know what? Pat Freiermuth. Good time for him to go. Probably could have went a lot sooner. He is pretty dynamic. He is a all-around tight end. Go up and high point the ball. He can block. He can do it all. Kyle Pitts is more of a, matchup nightmare. Pat Freiermuth is more of a traditional tight end, but also a pass-catching tight end, one that will make your team better. And since they went out and got Justin Fields, they got him a tackle. Now they can get him a tight end, get him a weapon. All right. And that's unfortunate for the Patriots because they probably could have used a guy like Pat Freiermuth or Kyle Pitts earlier in the draft. I think they're going to have to go Chris Olave. They got to get wide receivers on that team. They'll probably pick up wide receivers in free agency. That's typically what they do. They're not in love with drafting guys at wide receiver. They've done it, but it's just not their It's not Bill Belichick's favorite way to get a wide receiver. They'd rather grab guys from other teams and develop them. Guys that he already knows what their skill set looks like in the NFL. All right. I think any offensive lineman is good for the Bears, especially since they took a quarterback. And Elijah Vera Tucker has got to be the pick here. All right. The Raiders, along with edge and linebacker, interior offensive line is a must. Yeah. I'm going to go Landon Dickerson, Alabama. They have Richie Incognito. His future is uncertain. If he comes back next year, kind of don't blame him. He's going to be 39 next year. So if he doesn't come back, they're going to need offensive guards to step in right now. You know, they do have Denzel Good. He can play left guard. He can replace Richie Incognito. But on the other side, you also have Gabe Jackson, who's been banged up over there. He's been a stud this year, though. Gabe Jackson's been great this year, holding down that right guard spot with so many pieces missing on the line this year. Him and Rodney Hudson been holding it down there in the middle. Okay, moving along. I think Jason Owen would be a good pick for the Ravens. Now, Washington football team. I think they go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Because whomever that quarterback is next year, they still need more wide receivers. You know, Terry McLaurin can't do it all. Antonio Gibson's playing pretty well, but he's a running back. Can't throw him the ball all the time. Okay, moving along. I think Carlos Basham to the Cardinals is the right pick. Man, Dolphins picking again. Jeez. You know what? Let's say they take Jalen Phillips and keep a Miami guy in Miami. All right. We got to run on edge rushers here. That's how I think it's going to be, though. I think the second round, this upcoming draft, is going to be. That's where you're going to see a ton of offensive linemen go, a ton of edge rushers, and you're actually going to see three or four defensive line prospects. So it's going to be all the trench guys mostly, not all of them, but that's where more of them would go. But this draft class is super deep at offensive linemen. You're going to see 3 or 4 or 5 offensive linemen in every round easily. Some rounds more than others. All right, moving along. I think Hamilcar Rashad Jr. is the pick for the Bucs. I really have a hard time saying his name when I see it. It's just weird looking to me, and it's tough for me to pronounce. Hamilcar. All right. I think if they can't get a quarterback, if the Colts can't get a quarterback, then at this spot it's got to be Tyson Campbell. Just start bringing in some more depth. That defense is stellar. There's another stellar defense. The Browns are doing some good things this year. We go corner. We went corner last time. Oh, Eric Stokes. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. Linebacker. Ooh. Okay. There's two guys here I think could be good for them. We got three guys. We got Quincy Roche. We got Cameron McGrone and Tyler Shelvin. This dude is a monster. Look at this. 362-pound monster. That is a run stuffer. You got him on that defensive line with Myles Garrett. He's going to eat up some blocks. Going to help Myles Garrett out big time. But Cameron McGrone also be a really good linebacker for them to have. But Quincy Roche, could also be a good edge rusher opposite Myles Garrett. In that division, I'm gonna go Quincy Roche. That division's got some good quarterbacks. Got two young quarterbacks on other teams that are damn good, and then Ben Roethlisberger, hard as hell to take down. So, gotta get after the quarterback. We're gonna go Quincy Roche there. Okay. Seahawks. This is the first time I'm talking about the Seahawks because they traded their first round pick for Jamal Adams. So, this is their first pick. Dillon Radunes. They probably won't do this because they never pick anybody that'll protect Russell Wilson, but that's that's what they should do. I think the other pick here, LA Rams, their first pick now, I think they go. Ooh, no. I'm going to go Jackson Carman. Clemson. Titans on the clock. Martnell. I think they could go Tyler Shelvin. Why not? Or they could have gone Jalen Twyman. Either or. Either works. Okay. The Bills got to go Paulson Debo here. They got to. All right. The Packers. There's not too many. No. Corner is not. Oh, you know what, though? Tevin Jenkins. Oklahoma State. That's who they could go. Steelers on the clock. I think the Steelers can go Jalen Twyman. And the Saints are going to go Cameron McGrone. And the Chiefs are going to go Jabril Cox. In case you didn't get to see that, Jabril Cox. So this is the first round. Okay. I guess you're not going to get to see it. Oh, here we go. Jabril Cox here to the Chiefs. I like Jabril Cox. He's a good tackler. Good in space. Sideline to sideline. As well as Cameron McGrone. He's a field general. All right. Did you enjoy my first 2-round mock draft? If so, give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Share this video. If you haven't already, subscribe. I upload these videos every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, in case you're looking for it. In the future, I want to start doing some breakdowns of each class. Top 10 wide receivers, top 5 running backs, maybe a top 10, top 7 quarterbacks. We'll do defensive players. I want to start working this in as the combine comes up in 2 weeks. I want to start throwing these in 2 months. Sorry. Don't beat me up on that. Also, in the future, probably in January, I want to start uploading some Madden content. I'm going to start doing some rebuilds. So look forward to that. And, we're going to have some fun with this. I'm going to do this 2 rounds, no trades, a couple times, and then we'll start doing some trades. We'll get pretty with it. We'll have some fun. So, until the next time, I am the Gridiron Guy, and I am out.